meeting is now called to order. The Village of Armada regular council meeting is 7 o'clock. Please all rise for the pledge of allegiance to the flag, please. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Joe is acting as our second clerk tonight.
So be patient with me.
And she has a lot of patience, so believe me, gentlemen.
I just need them to have patience for me. Okay, roll call.
Roll call, please.
Hey, give me a second to figure out your initials here. Shaw,
Here.
Clark,
Here.
Coney,
Here.
Belkey,
Here.
Let's is absent. Oh, Ballard.
Here.
Who the heck is BA? And Wallach.
Yes. Thank you. Council approval of the agenda, what's your wishes?
Mr. President, I'll move the agenda be accepted as presented.
Support.
By Shaw. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
At this time, citizen comments, anyone in the audience besides Kevin would like to,
Maybe besides Kevin doesn't get to talk.
Ouch. You wound me, sir.
well, made your presence known, which is honorable.
Thank you. But I'm good, thank you.
Good, thank you. No presentations tonight, gentlemen. Administrator reports, building department report, treasurer's report, commissioner liaison report.
And that's the treasurer's report that I owe you and I owe you one.
All right, so I've signed that and accepted it already. Any other questions as to the administrative report? If not, we'll move on to general business. The consent agenda approval of the regular council meeting minutes of November 25th and the payment of bills. What's council's wishes, please?
Mr. President, I'll move the consent agenda be accepted and presented.
Support.
By Belkey. Then moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Motion carried. Old business sewer plan update, which is Mr. Clark's department.
Okay, I have a couple of things. One item I passed out to you, and I'll talk about that in a minute. At the last meeting, we talked about our mechanical bar screen. We've been having issues with back and forth with the company that's down in Florida. Matt, the operator down there, put together a packet for me to give to Jeff, if everybody's in agreement. It kind of breaks down how we got where we're at, and we need to have them do something for us, make things right. So I would like to give this to Jeff. I forgot he's not gonna be here. We'll pass it off to him the next meeting and have him put together some kind of official document from the village, pass it on to them, and tell them to get off their butts.
And this piece of equipment is what?
This is the bar screen, mechanical bar screen.
Screen.
Yes.
Actually, it's been this long, Steve. I think myself personally, council will agree, we go ahead and give it to Michelle, being though she's a clerk. Send it to Jeff anyhow now.
I'll
So
pass,
it'll be, in other words, another week ahead of time probably.
Okay,
What I'm looking at.
I'll pass
It's
that on.
been too long, you know, so.
That's copies of emails back and forth and where we stand today.
But they did supply some pins, but they broke.
Yeah, well, they came out to adjust things and they were gone not even a week, and then the issues started. And then they were real helpful back and forth. Our guys took pictures and stuff with measurements, and they were gonna figure it all out, what needed to be done. Again, I'm sure they don't wanna run up here, it's not like they're down the street, they're down in Florida, but I say, too bad.
That's right, it's warranty work.
Yeah. And the whole deal of us doing this, it was as good as new. And that's our first line of defense down there, that bar screen. We wanna keep all that junk out of all the pumps,
That's right.
so.
And so, in
We should
other
go
words,
down there and talk to them, Steve.
You gonna ship me down to Florida?
Where are they in
I'll
Florida?
I'll talk to anybody you want
Well,
for
funny
it.
thing is, I'm heading down that way in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going
I
to
don't
the
wanna
Caribbean,
take
so
that
I can
side.
make a stop.
there was a warranty on that.
Yeah,
Yes, it is under
Was
warranty.
it
under warranty.
a year, 2, or whatever?
been down there.
No, I was a year,
Yeah.
and we just were under the year that they came and worked on it, which I would think would extend things. But again, I think we need to have Jeff
Yeah.
put together some kind of letter.
If that's all right with the council, what I
Yes,
suggest, I think.
I think it's a good idea.
And Steve can just move forward on it.
Okay, then the other item I have is an item that I passed out to everybody. This has been on the, kind of the, need to keep an eye on the hot list every time we get a report from F&V, the final effluent flow meter. And when the guys came in on the weekend, it was not operating. They messed with it, didn't work. Then yesterday, they all of a sudden started working again. And we really need this. As states on the opening letter here, this is, the metering of the final effluent is required by Eagle and is also vital for day-to-day operation and to process control. For this reason, it is critical to having new, reliable equipment installed. And what is on the backside of this is a quote that they got. They got a quote last year. I had Matt check into it. The quote is even better now. He said before the quote was like $3,200. Now it's $2,699 installed. I know we like to get a couple more quotes. If you guys want to go that route, we
This
can.
quote, $699 is from who?
It's from Odebeer Instrument Company. Copy of, right there. I don't want to put things off too long. This is over my cap, and again, we've talked about these caps, they need to be raised. Not that I like to indiscriminately spend money, but when stuff comes up and they have to have it down there. So unless we want to put a cap on this and saying if he can get a better quote in the next couple days, we would go with it, or we would just go with this.
I like that idea.
Of a price not to exceed this $26.99.
Well, also, the tax should come up on this. So it should be
Yeah, we
sold
don't pay
to
tax.
our name.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So,
instead of
yeah, so it has
F&B.
to be invoiced to us,
Yeah.
not F&B. We
So,
went through this 2 or 3
We'll
times.
save that $99 also.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But is this something that's a specific company that carries it? It's not something you can get more quotes on?
Well, a lot of that
Or
stuff is, but he's gonna check into it. A lot of the stuff is a one source. If you get the other company, they're buying it from this guy anyway,
That's
and
right.
they're jacking
That's
it.
the price.
But that's why I wanna, maybe if everybody's comfortable with, if it's so
Keep
not
it
not to
another quote.
exceed, that we could just do it and not have to wait for another meeting.
Yep.
Because odds are, if it's hiccuping like this, it's, the next time it crashes, it's gonna be done.
Well, that's the thing. What you're
So
gonna save
possibly
is
times
very
the
small
year.
compared to the risk we can put ourselves at, so I like to get this done.
And Steve, I have a question.
Okay,
Can the guys down there install this, or do they have to have somebody come out and
I think they have to have somebody come out because of the metering
Oh,
and
they have to-
sensitivity of,
adjust it?
Everything, yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, go ahead, make your motion.
a lot of the
Does it
stuff.
say
they
installation
can,
and
but
startup,
these-
does
Any
it?
of these meters, they,
Yeah, that's true.
and then that way, your warranty is, you know, somebody else
You're
has
right,
it.
David, I think so too.
Yes.
It does say warrant, it's.
Installation and startup, yeah.
Where is this door in Michigan, you know?
What's that now?
Where's the door in Michigan? I don't think I've ever heard of it.
I don't know.
Southwest corner of the state.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So it's not like Florida, so that'd probably be in our favor.
Right,
In
no,
our favor then, you know, so,
no.
but as long as we get it without the tax on there, and it's sold in our name instead of F&V.
Okay, so that would be not to exceed 2,600 even.
Right.
Make a motion to purchase a,
see, excuse me a second.
Okay.
I would still keep it at $26.99, just in case there's some reason it's gotta go through F&D, you don't delay yourself.
okay, if we say.
I mean,
we say.
We're hoping not to have to pay the $99, but if you have to, then you don't have a delay.
Not to exceed $26.99 for the purchase of a
Ultra-free
a
seal.
fluid flow meter.
Support.
And also, would you want to word it as such to delete the tax on it, possibly?
Sure, and that we're looking for other bids, but if it doesn't happen, then we don't have to wait.
But I would
Well,
like you to
because we don't
say-
want to stall it for $99, that's for sure.
To purchase and have, or to purchase from. Yeah.
Well, or a lower quote.
Or to-
Comparable,
Competitive.
lower,
But this, do you want the $26.99 to include installation and
yes,
setup?
yes, just like this one. Because we might get a better price, but if it doesn't include all that, then up it goes.
That's right.
We know how electricians are, so you know how costly things are.
Bunch of crooks.
We know, and maybe he works midnight.
I hate bringing stuff like this to you just spur of the moment, but it just
No,
happens.
it's coming.
But it's been on his hit list, and a lot of times we don't do anything until push comes to shove, so.
Well, it's one step ahead of the DNR or whoever.
So is that muddy enough, Joe, for you?
Yeah, I got it.
I'll help you if you need some, sort it out.
So, who supported it?
I do.
Lyle did.
I did, yeah, okay.
Yeah, try to roll call since we're spending money.
Oh, yes, we're spending money on that, will be a roll call necessary. So, you want to call a roll, Joe, please?
Shaw,
Yes.
Belkey,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes,
Roger, and you first. 'cause you need to-
that's okay, we know what you meant.
Conan,
Yes.
Ballard,
Yes.
Wall.
Yes, motion carried.
Thank you, everyone.
Good work.
That's all the bad news I have right now.
The next is the West Main Street update, Lyle's department, please.
Well, the sign still has not been changed. Apparently Gus got hold of Steve, and Steve took a picture of the sign so he could get the correct verbiage on it this time. And I guess that's where it stands. Other than that, I guess everything else has been taken care of. We're just waiting on the sign.
What sign you talking about?
The one that's the snow emergency sign?
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Snowbird. That other stuff, we need to talk to him though, don't we? The other stuff that we met with there in September, October?
Yeah, I guess they've come out and they've taken care of that. As far as I know.
I don't know, I question the sidewalk stuff. I think that's still gonna be an
Did-
issue.
Okay,
Some
well,
of the cracks that,
because I guess they didn't groove some of them out, did they? Epoxy, okay,
not that I'm aware, although I have not walked it, but I've not seen anybody around.
okay.
And with this kind of weather now, I think
No,
they're.
it's gonna be till spring. till
Yeah.
they do something.
Okay. The next is the water department. Now, we do have, paper in there from, Ross, so that probably isn't needed to be read at all.
I'm not gonna go into great detail, Mr. President, other than on the last paragraph of the tower hydrant monitoring, I did get a thumbs up back today from Supervisor Paderak and Chief Croce, that they will provide a monthly usage report. I really don't think they're using much of anything, but they're gonna provide a monthly report to include November, so Becky should be getting something here in the next couple of days. It's gonna be an estimate. I've asked them to estimate anything that they pull out of the hydrant specifically, and any water that they pump out of any of the hydrants in the village. Again, what we're trying to really do is get a beat on this unaccounted for water in the village. Got to start someplace, and that's the first place we're gonna start.
Actually, first place was finding the water main leak.
Well, yeah, we
It's been
did,
going on for a long, long time, there's
Yeah.
a small seepage that's just kept going, it was.
Well, I kind of have a problem with that because somehow it got into the, I would think, the sewer system, because it didn't go anywhere else.
well, I've been, right, Matt and I have been trying to get together because he should see flows, higher flows, or he should see irregularities in the flows.
Especially if we have a lull where it should be pretty even, where we're not getting infiltration from rain or anything else.
Right.
Your normal day-to-day.
Right,
Yeah, its pumpage reports has really shown significant difference in it already,
right.
so.
So I've been chasing after him, but he has, been busy with stuff that he and Steve and Doug have been working on.
He's kind of an early person too, more so than the other guys. He gets in there 6 or 7, and sometimes he's gone by 2. And they've got him running around to a couple other facilities too, so sometimes he's out of there by
Right.
10 or 11. so.
Yeah, he does, we have talked, and as he's getting time, he's pulling together some of these reports to see if he can see anything, and he's got the historical reports, so he should be able to say, over time, yeah, water has crept up, and, right, to give us an indication, as Joe says, if we've got another problem. Now, the leak she was talking about, we did find it, and we did stop it, so that could very well be the reason why we've had a high amount of water. Of course, we used about 5 million gallons last year to backflush the water treatment plant, other things. So I gotta put all these numbers together to try to come up with the number that's showing up in the water reliability study. But,
Well, that was a big one with that water break, because I asked Ed and Joe, we was in our office one day, and so I did ask Ed about that, and so the thing is that he said he was satisfied with finding that, or getting that done.
right.
And actually, it was overdue, so he said that surely did help our water department.
Yeah,
Right, I think if we take a quick check on the numbers at the end of the year, probably a year out from when we did the water reliability study, then we'll get an idea if it's gone down significantly. That's kind of the acid test, I think. So, I'm not panicking, but, it's a big number, and we don't want to
Well,
take a
probably
look
now too, with the winter, the usage will be down somewhat,
Right.
most likely because of the summer usage of water and that kind
Yeah,
of
we
stuff.
flush the hydrants and stuff. I don't think we're gonna do that in the winter.
No, so I think
better
that
water
that's
on
gonna be
grass
down,
and wash the cars
but
like
he'll
that.
be able to tell year after year, so. Like when he talked to us about, I was well satisfied with it.
Yeah, he did indicate it was quite big.
Mhm.
Moving on to the water treatment plant backwash detention tank proposal. So, Roe did submit a proposal for, and we've kind of discussed this over the last couple meetings, a manual and an automated system. And what we're looking at is the design engineering of that detention tank, the new detention tank. So I'm gonna bring that to council next time. I'm talking with Joe about transferring some money within the water department budget. We, I think, underestimated the cost of the engineering. We probably overestimated the cost for well number 6, which, we approved at the last meeting, the repairs of that, or 2 meetings ago. And that was a chunk lower than what we expected. So I think the money is there. Joe's gonna help me get it transferred. So next meeting, in a week, we'll bring forward the transfer, and put a motion out there on funding the design engineering, not the construction, just getting the design done. And then, I won't talk about it much, but I had, and I just sent Doug a note, I've had the final water reliability study for about 2 weeks now. I had asked them to send an official copy in to you two gentlemen, so that we could call it good and close it out. And we need to give a copy to Eagle, and I want to give a copy to the fire chief, since he needs to know what lines have lower pressure to them. And as I understand, Mr. President, nothing's come in, So I sent him a Zorch note and asked him to get that in for the next meeting. So,
Well, if you don't do it the next meeting, let's do it in January, because, Christmas is getting quite close, and maybe we'll be too busy.
yeah, I
Well, we're on
wouldn't,
an extension on that, so
yeah.
I agree that we need to get that to Eagle and,
Right, that's really all I wanna do, I don't wanna discuss it, it's out
Yeah.
there, and let you guys look at it, but it's really just gaveling the table and saying, okay, it's done, it's official, and get a copy to Eagle, that's who's waiting on it. And then this does figure into my water asset management plan that I'm working on.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
New business, Senate Bill Committee for Employee Agreements. Who would like to serve on?
don't jump on for that.
This is just for Victor, right?
Is Becky up?
No, we just
No,
did,
we
did
we did
Becky
Becky
last time.
last year.
Okay.
I have a question, why do we have to negotiate, don't we already know what he's gonna be making?
We do,
I mean, isn't it, I thought it was kinda,
but he'll be under a contract,
okay.
where right now he's not, he isn't got enough time in the contract.
Why can't you just tie it into the contract that we have, where he's supposed to step up, his next step and all that?
Yeah, I don't know what there is to negotiate.
We can prepare that, present it to him, if he doesn't like it, then I guess you'd be, he's, under the same rules and understanding as far as negotiations as any other employee. But if
I
he's
just
happy
didn't
with it,
understand why we're
then
negotiating.
you're a done deal.
We're not really, well, I don't look at it as a
No,
regular
I thought
negotiation.
this was set on pay rate, and it's just plug it into the paperwork and.
Oh, and I always felt that would be step one first anyway, is
I guess if he has a
prepare the
problem.
contract, present it to him.
Yeah,
If he's happy, everybody signs, done
okay,
deal. If not, that's when the negotiating starts to come in.
okay.
maybe that's the first step then, is present them with the offer,
Same with the contract.
say,
And you might wanna tell them that, when's the normal employee-related negotiations, in another year, so we can do
I
everybody?
think it is another year.
I don't know that everybody's up next year.
That's true. We were talking about negotiation committee.
Because we just did Becky.
Victor, the new.
I'm not sure, I don't remember what her, how long. her
Becky is a
last-
different deal, because she's not a full-time employee,
Right,
so.
well.
But as far as our
full.
full-time employees, in the police department, and Ed and Dave, and, well, it'd be Victor, they'll all be up next year.
I guess just put the paperwork together so that it expires the same time the other one, so that
Well, that was
everybody's
kind
on
of what we were looking
the
for,
same.
too,
Yeah.
was getting everybody on the same page, so that was.
I don't wanna get with him and say, that, we know what, what this contract should say now. Based upon what previous people have negotiated and what they have.
Not that I'm looking of getting out of negotiating committee, but.
Well, so in other words, we won't have to do it then. We'll just go ahead and see what.
So at this point, we will, we'll
Just
prepare the
offer.
contract, we'll present it to him, let him review it,
Uh-huh.
give him 10 days to come back and see what, if he's
See,
happy or.
He's here 6 months already, so.
Yeah, personally, I don't think we're in negotiation.
Okay,
We're not doing it with our other employees.
so no committee set at this time.
Okay.
Let's take care of that.
and with the presentation, Mr. President, we would adjust the time frame so it comes due then when all the others come due.
Right, when we write this contract, because we'll have.
Yeah, I mean,
It's probably, it's probably what,
March 31st.
6 months, 5 months, 4 months to the next one. So he may just say, yeah, good, I'm good for that time frame. So
You do have to get a copy and send it off to Eagle.
I think he's easy to talk to too,
Yeah.
so very understanding.
He's a very nice guy. I'm glad we have him.
Just give me a second, please. All right, now I'm here. Now we're gonna go set our 2020 meeting dates. So you have that in front of you, and what are your wishes, council?
Mr. President, I resolve to establish the following dates and times for the regular council meetings for calendar year 2020. Monday, January 13th, 2020. Monday, January 27th, 2020. Monday, February 10th, 2020. Monday, February 24th, 2020. Monday, March 10th, 2020. March 24th, 2020. April 13th, 2020. April 27th, 2020. Monday, May 11th, 2020. Monday, May 25, 2020.
Lyle?
Can I interject there too, Lyle, that the Memorial Day, we can
Yeah.
move it up a week to March
I wanna put
18th?
18th there.
Okay, if you want to put the 18th there, we'll resend that. It'll be Monday, May 18th, 2020. Monday, June 8th, 2020. Monday, June 22nd, 2020. Monday, March 13, 2020. Monday, March 27, 2020. The next one here is March the 10th, and they have a deal that that's the first day of the fair. Do you
Okay.
still have it?
August the 10th.
August the 10th.
August 10th, what did I say?
Previous, March is July, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's August the 10th. Do we want to change that to the 17th?
Why none of us have to do anything if it's.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Monday.
We can have it, like last year, last 2 years, we've done it at 6 o'clock rather than 7, but
Yeah.
I don't mind holding it on the 10th myself.
Yeah, I'm good with that too.
Monday.
The 6th of that.
But
August-
are we changing it to 6 o'clock, or you leaving it
Let's change it to 6.
Yeah, make that one
6
6.
o'clock, or?
Okay.
All right,
Monday.
6 PM,
August 10th, 2020, 6 p.m.
Okay.
Monday, August 24th, 2020. Monday, September 14th, 2020. Monday, September 28th, 2020. Monday, October 12th, 2020. Monday, October 26th, 2020. Monday, November 9th, 2020. Monday, November 23, 2020. Monday, December 14th, 2020. Monday, December 21st, 2020. Unless changed by council, by duly posted notice, all of the foregoing regular meetings will take place at the Village of Armada Municipal Offices located at 74274 Burke Street, Armada, Michigan, commencing at 7 p.m. with the exception of Monday, August the 10th, 2020, which will be 6 p.m. The clerk is directed to post and publish the foregoing information.
Support.
moved and supported, any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried.
That's as amended.
Tony?
That one's as amended.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
Set the CDBG public hearing. Michelle is recommending January 13th at 7 p.m. So our meeting will start at 7 p.m., but normally this will fall after our meeting usually and with a public hearing. So that's the date for it though, so.
The public hearing normally comes after the meeting?
Well, you set that, and then you have it, it could be 7:15, this is the way she explained it to me before. So 7:15, 7:30, or whatever, is when we get through with our regular meeting.
Yeah,
I always have it.
Yeah, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 15 minutes, you know, so. Right, gentlemen?
because you're taking care of the other business, well, whatever you run up to before you have the public hearing.
Right, that's the way it was explained before, so.
Mr. President, I'll resolve to set the public hearing date of January 13th, 2020 at 7 p.m. for CDBG distribution.
Support.
Okay, moved and supported. Chris? Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, next is our budget workshop, which is important. And what are your wishes to that, gentlemen?
My heart to see you.
You have dates given in your
Not the way you got the head.
motion here.
Mr. President, I'll resolve to set the 2020-2021 budget workshops, dates of January 13th and 27th, February 10th and 24th, March 10th, at 5:30 PM, including February 3rd and February 17th, and March 3rd and March 17th at 5:30 PM if necessary.
Support.
Well, we do this every year, so.
Yeah.
All right, so,
I can get you traffic.
any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Up and coming agenda items?
I've just got two that I mentioned, Mr. President, which is funds, inter-water department fund transfer, assuming the dollars are there, and then the arsenic detention motion to do an automated or manual system, and fund the design engineer.
All right. Citizen comments at this time. No one in the audience?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Council comments at this time?
I would like to thank the community for coming out to the Lighted Country Christmas Parade. It was a great parade. We had a good time. It was cold, but it's winter. So it was a good parade.
I heard there was a lot of people on Main Street, so I was not able to get out myself to enjoy it, because I've been under the weather pretty bad. So, anyhow, I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. All right. Community events. Anything else coming up that we want to announce? If not, no closed session tonight. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment, please.
Time is 7:34. I move to adjourn.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you.